Guys, it's Maria with Meet Me at Zero, and I want to thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my YouTube channel for the conversations that we have. And I just quickly wanted to talk today. I was thinking about sometimes we go through so much in life. We wonder why we go through stuff. We're bombarded from one thing to the other. And truly, the human experience is very similar for everyone as it is the spiritual one. We're all in different levels. We're all in different paths. We're all headed in the same direction. We're all here with a purpose in mind. It's very different. My purpose is very different than your purpose. My levels are very different than your levels. And when the storms come in the natural, there's a reason a storm is coming. It's either to cool the planet off, the environment is changing. Some storms, tornadoes come in the middle of the night and you have no time to prepare. Some are deadly, some are not, some are weak, some weakened. And in the spiritual realm, we really sometimes don't know the extent of a storm. I believe the enemy's always coming with a storm to take you out. That's his plan. And really, it takes discipline, it takes practice, and it's hard because our humanity wants to fix things, wants to rationalize, wants to overthink, wants to know, why is this happening to me? Why, we try to control and we really can't. And so when the storm comes, we really have to rely on God to pull us through. So God always warns, always. God is always, he plays by the rules. The enemy does not play by the rules. God always warns. It's whether we're listening, paying attention to the red flags. God will send you the right people in your life for the season and the fight that you're in. Sometimes something I've gone through is going to benefit the next person. Something you've gone through might benefit me, or I'm going through something. And you don't have to tell your business to everybody, but just sometimes in the speaking with somebody that is of faith, that has gone through something, they can plant a seed of strength, of hope in you during your storm. And so during the storm, I think we sometimes get overwhelmed with the magnitude of the problem, the magnitude of the storm, and it has an impact on us physically, even though it's something spiritual that's going on, and it materializes. And so in the storm, we really have to trust God, and sometimes we have to wait. And sometimes in the wait, if you can envision laying down while the storm is hitting, in the middle of the storm, we can't control the storm. We have to go through the storm. We have to weather it. We have to feel, learn, and connect with God to make it through whatever the storm is. And that could be a divorce. It could be a bad relationship. It could be a job. It could be a bad friendship. It could be family drama. It could be someone's death. It could be a crime. It could be anything, because everything that you go through in life is meant to hurt you or teach you. And so God turns everything meant for bad into something good. God always wins, which means that if you tap into God and you trust him, regardless in the natural, what success or winning to people looks, God's looking ahead, way ahead, and he knows what benefits you. So what might seem like a loss to some people, it's really a win. And we each have a purpose and a gift for being here. We each have talents, and our faith becomes stronger as we journey and go through crap. That's just the fact. In the storm, a lot of times we cry, we complain, we whine, we self-loathe. And I'm talking out of experience. But once you start trusting God, you get close to God, you learn how to let go. You learn how to wait. You learn how to rest while the storm is coming, because you trust that He has you covered, that He knows best, that you're going to make it through. And the reality is that if you're having a bad storm today, I can assure you that the next storm most likely will be stronger than the current storm. Storms don't get weaker, they get stronger. The problem is that sometimes our pride and our egos get big. And sometimes the smallest thing can destroy us. The smallest storm will come and destroy us because we reach a point where we think we have it all figured out. We control so much. And in our minds, we think we can handle some things. And when the storm comes to knock us out, because it comes to take us out, it could be the smallest thing that make you fall, because we were not expecting it, or because sometimes I think we get hurt by things that have happened to us, that people have done to us, conspired to do to us. And in our attempt to understand why, we lose sight of the greater lesson. So today I just want to encourage you that whatever season you're in, I tell people all the time, if you're having a great time and the wave is good, ride it, have fun, live it, because we're all at some point back in the valley. And the closer we desire to be with God, the more we're going to be tested, because the more you know, the more you're responsible for. And the more impact you have with what you've learned becomes a threat. So it is important that we always stay connected to God, that we understand that we're humans, that we cry, that we get angry, that we want answers, and all of that is, Jesus cried. And at some point, we have to silence the mind and allow our spirit to connect with God, to rest, to connect, to trust that we will make it through the storm. And when the storm is over, we will shine bright. We will stand up tall. We will walk to the next level of our life before the next storm arrives. So be encouraged. Everybody's struggling with something. Every single person is battling something, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of how pretty it looks, how put together we look, how perfect we look. Every single person is struggling with something on the spiritual realm. Every single person. And I just want you all to be encouraged. There's nothing like having people that love you, that pray for you, that check on you, and that are there through the tough times. Meet me at 0 next week. Be a blessing to someone. And remember that God always warns. Pay attention. Seek Him. And have a mighty week. Bye-bye.